All right.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. But Larkin and Amanda here, and we are happy to announce the release of our first single called The Beast Behind. And here's the weird, creepy graphics we made for it. So, we just got this from CD Baby yesterday. That's the distribution thing that throws it around all over the place. The Beast Behind has been finalized for digital distribution and is about to be delivered to digital platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, Pandora, and over 150 more. Yeehaw. Now,
Sweet.
That's going to happen on Monday, the 13th of this month, where it flings out on all the streaming services. However, we also decided to release it on Bandcamp, and it is there for purchase as of right now for a whole $1.50.
Yay! You can actually buy it, not just temporarily stream it.
Yeehaw. And it's the Wave,
from a
not the
subscription service.
Not the MP3, it's the Wave, so you actually get the best quality version. So, obviously in the link below, in the description below, we'll have the link to the Bandcamp version, and then on the 13th it'll appear all over the place on a bunch of other places, and then we'll tell how to find it on Spotify and iTunes and all over the place. But for now it's on Bandcamp, because that way people can have it permanently. Now, this will be the first of many. We decided to release them as singles instead of albums, so people don't have to wait around forever, and we can fling it out every time we finish one. This first one, I wrote the music and lyrics to it, and she sang it awesomely. The next one up should be a song called Unbound that you wrote the music and lyrics to, the melody and lyrics, and then I sort of built music behind and underneath it. That's going to be a more orchestral awesomeness. So we already have a few other songs lined up in the pipeline, so to speak, that we have to work on. This one, as it happens, was based on the oldest piece of music I ever remember writing. I think I wrote it when I was about 12 in 1980. I've made a bunch of tapes back then, but this wasn't on any of them. It didn't have melody and lyrics yet, but the main riff of the chorus and vocals I wrote like 40 stinking years ago.
Sort of nostalgic. I think it's really cool that we're incorporating a piece of, a huge chunk of it is like the first thing you ever did, just because he's like, a lot of people don't know this just because they don't, it's not something that's been super public, but he, has been a composer and a musician and been in bands and stuff just for ages, and you've composed like hundreds of your own songs like over time and stuff, and like he was doing it on older and much crappier, less fancy technology than we have today.
Yeah, we have my dream
back
studio.
when there were just little M1s and stuff like that. So now you have
even before that
the Kronos and
Casio.
Casio. When you had just a Casio.
My M1 yet.
So now we have a full music workstation in this puppy. And that allows him to do just about anything. And the cool part is we're both, musicians in that, I've spent a lifetime building my voice, and I actually started to learn piano and violin and picked them up somewhat when I was really young, and then life crashed my ability to have access to instruments. So now as an adult, I've been relearning piano, and then I've been bringing to life my, inner composer as well, and he's helping that come back to life too. So we all just really, we really want to bring you all a bunch of the music and artistry that's been not able to get out for a while because we haven't had the time or space or equipment to do it.
Yeah, and I've composed forever, mostly for my own voice, which I totally hate, and I love your voice, so that's much more fun to write parts for you to sing and have you write parts.
He's like the songwriter that he would compose whole orchestrations, but he didn't actually like his own
I would bury
voice.
My vocals in the music because I hate my own voice.
So he would always engineer, he would do the thing of trying to engineer his voice out of the mix almost, or bury it under a bunch of reverb and stuff. So he actually likes my voice, and I've spent years building that, so it just sort of worked out when we fell in love that we found out we had this ability to make music together, and we both love all kinds of weird stuff. We're very eclectic. So what's cool is we wanted to do singles because the next one is going to be different from this one, and the next one after that is going to be a bit different from that one, and they're each going to kind of have their own personality. So what's cool is that we're going to jump genres a bit in what we create, but it'll be really interesting stuff.
However, there is an underlying theme in all of them. You'll never guess what it is. Freedom! So, the beast behind...
It's almost like we're voluntarists or something.
Yeah, who'd have thought? On Bandcamp, it actually shows the lyrics. I won't bother giving them to you now, but the beast behind...
cool, so they can see them.
Yeah,
Yay.
so they can. Although the
hoping
recording's so awesome, you can totally understand what you're singing anyway. But you can read them
You'll be
too.
able to, you'll be able to, and if for any reason you couldn't quite understand what I'm saying in the song, you can look them up, but I enunciate.
I know that there are genres like rap I don't usually listen to, but there are rap songs that are pro-freedom and cool enough that I'm like, hey, this is cool. So lots of you will like the music. Some of you, it won't be the style you usually listen to, but if you hear the actual message, you might go, this is worth sharing anyway.
Or if you think, like, I don't dig this style, but I still understand this is good music, and a lot of people like this style, just share it. We appreciate any and all exposure to it. We believe in independent music 100%, or we wouldn't be doing this. So our next single will be Unbound. The name of the song will be Unbound, and that will be a song that's been like 7 years in the making, and I first heard the melody to it in my head in 2014, and we'll flesh out the story of that. But there's a whole reason why Unbound came to be, and why it's going to be our next single after The Beast Behind.
And the name.
And it's the name that we go by on Spotify
use,
and all these music platforms, and on Amazon Music and Apple and iTunes. Unbound is our artist name. So you have to look up Unbound and look up The Beast Behind by Unbound to find us, and then the next single that will come out will be Unbound.
There is like a death metal band in Finland named Unbound. That's not us. We're a different one.
I think they like barely exist anymore.
I don't think they've done anything for a decade. I don't know. I didn't really check into it.
We searched the internet to see if anyone ever existed that was
and it doesn't
anything
exactly
significant.
matter if you use the same name.
But yeah, we don't. Nobody here on this continent seems to have that name that's significant. So that's our artist name, and will be findable on all the major platforms pretty much you can think of. If you think of a music platform, just look, because according to CD Baby, we're going to be on over 150 plus platforms.
Yeah.
So
and
awesome.
right now we're on Bandcamp, and that's the only place for the next week. But I'm going to come back here and change the description of this video and add the links for Spotify and everything else when it exists there. So go listen. Either go buy it now or twiddle your thumbs for a week and then listen for free and see what you think. If you want to be El Cheapo. And enjoy it. I command you. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to like it.
It is mandatory.
We have spoken.
Amen.